Will this work? I don't know, to be honest, but let's give it a shot. Unfortunately, we waited a little too long to harvest these pink oyster mushrooms. Starting to smell a little off. They still smell good though, so there's a lot of life back to them. And while I don't want to try eating them because they smell kind of like pee, which is a sign there's bacteria growing on them, perhaps it's not so bad that I can't get them going in a fresh mushroom bag. So what I'm going to try to do is mix this in with some fresh wood sawdust from pellet right here. Take these mushrooms, and these could be from the store as well, you know, so give this a try at home. I've seen it work. So I'm going to pasteurize by mixing this, hot boiling water with these wood pellets, mix them up, and then I'm going to mix these mushrooms in with it and see if it takes and I can get a new batch of mushrooms from it. So let's get started. All right, so here's my pot. You know, and again, this is no longer sterile, so I'm not going for absolute sterilization. I'm just trying to give the mushrooms, the oyster mushrooms, a fighting chance and reducing the number of amount of contamination in there. That's what pasteurization is about. So I'm going to add my wood pellet. Boom, and that was 2 liters. So let's see how this looks when I mix the water in. Is that too much? We'll find out. All right, okay. And man, that is hot. Okay, it's breaking up nice. Nice. All right. Feel it. You know, that wasn't enough water for it. So I'm going to add 1 more liter of boiling water. All right. So I'm going to add, All right. So I'm going to add 1 more liter of very hot water. And just was boiling, but no longer. So that's about, you know, for the recipe for this is 2 liters of wood pellet to 2 liters of water. So pretty simple 1-to-1 ratio, wood pellet to water. I'm also going to add a tablespoon for every liter of water and wood pellet that I've added in of gypsum. So 1 tablespoon, 15 milliliters, and that will keep the pH stable and just really seems to help with mushroom growth, give some calcium as well. And it is very hot right now, so I'm gonna gently mix it. And I'm not gonna mix in the mushrooms until it's cool because it would kill it. It'll pasteurize that too. Wow, that is very hot. So I'm gonna let that cool for a bit. And in the meantime, I'm gonna keep these mushrooms in the bag. Now again, like this is not a super sterile setup, so we'll see how it goes. And I'm gonna make 2 bags with this. I'm gonna put half in this bag, boom. And I'm gonna put them in the bag now because I don't want any fungus gnats getting in there without me watching and killing them. So just to keep them from that. All right, so here's a bag for the second guy. Just keep them in there, you know. So I got my 2 bags with the mushrooms. And again, I am gonna see how this goes. I know, you might be saying out there, this ain't gonna work. I don't know, we'll find out. So I'm gonna mix this up. It's definitely cooled quite a bit now. All right, now that it is cool, I am gonna start loading up these bags. Okay, let's get this front so you can see. Back a little. All right. Now, I mean, I'm doing it with low concern for contamination, as you can tell, because at the end of the day, contamination's already occurred. The mushrooms, you know, past due, had a little bit of a ammonia smell on them, which implies that they are contaminated with some bacteria. I'm hoping that no wood, you know, I wouldn't want to add anything like starchy, like grain or potato, because that might accelerate the growth in a really sterile environment, but here it's just going to benefit the bacteria and cause a total breakdown with contamination. So, all right, so now that I've got this there, the mushrooms are towards the bottom. This bag, I'm not going to mess with the mushrooms, just let them keep their structure. In the other bag, I'm going to mix it up real evenly. Oh, and let me show you what a really cool fold. So you twist once, fold over the corners, like that, and then twist again, and tight. Make sure that that patch is exposed because that'll allow air. And then use your clip. So this is gonna be the bag I'm gonna shake up right here. So to make sure it's really sealed, I'm not just gonna use a clip, I'm gonna use some duct tape. All right. That around. That is snug. Now, make sure there's no breaks. Shake these guys up, break the mushrooms inside, and all spread out. Now, my hunch, this one much more likely to be contaminated than the one where I kept the mushroom and mycelium intact. We'll see that. You know, I'm not sure even how much this is actually breaking up. I'll do my best. But now I'm, you know, maybe giving an advantage to the microbes versus the one where the mushrooms are just one organism all intact together inside there. I've noticed, you know, contamination seems to occur more the more you shake it up. So we'll see how these go. Follow back in a little bit. Can't wait to find out.